Getty Brexit News. Anna Soubry says the prospect of a bespoke Brexit deal is unrealistic to pro-EU campaigner said a group of some 35 hardline Tory Brexiteers were putting their own interests ahead of those of the country by fighting for a clean break from Brussels, and the MP for Broxtowe revealed the battle is part of an ongoing struggle within the party, describing concern among MPs about the way Brexit is being handled. The former business minister also refused to apologise for calling on Theresa May to sling out Eurosceptics after claiming listening to hard Brexit campaigners could cause the Prime Minister to lose the support of her own party. Speaking in a BBC radio interview broadcast today, she said Mrs May was being unrealistic about the chances of a scrumptious bespoke deal, and would eventually have to choose between a deal that was either European Free Trade Association (EFTA), Norway or Canada. We are reaching a real crunch point and the government hasn't worked out, 19 months on, what its endgame is. Anna Soubry. She added there was real concern within the Tory party and from Conservative voters over the direction of travel when it comes to Brexit. She said, we are reaching a real crunch point and the government hasn't worked out, 19 months on, what its endgame is. And we need to know. In a pair of TV interviews earlier this week, Ms Soubry hit out at Brexiteers in her own party, insisting they did not represent the views of Leave voters. Speaking on Tuesday, she said, I'm really cheesed off about the way the whole Brexit thing is going. Theresa May should ignore hardline Brexiteers in the Tory party, Ms Soubry claimed. It feels like Theresa is in hock to these 35 hard Brexiteers. They don't represent my party, they don't represent people who voted Leave. During the interview on Radio 4's The Week in Westminster programme today, she went on to accuse Brexit-backing colleagues of putting their own ideology ahead of that of the Conservative Party. She said, let's be very honest about this, mainly this is a group of people who will always put their own ideology first and foremost, bigger than any leader, bigger than any party, and they're determined. They're going to get their own way. Perhaps for the first time ever in the Conservative Party, people are equally determined that they are not going to get their own way. I'm prepared to compromise. They are not, and we are fed up. Her comments come after Tory MP Stephen Hammond urged the government to scrap plans for a proposed transition period and immediately seek to join the EFTA. Membership would allow the UK access to the single market, alongside Switzerland, Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein. But it would come at a price, as Britain would need to pay a membership fee as well as comply with EU regulations.